Merry meet, my little friends. This is Lady Hawk Owl. Today's video is going to be a topic on stones. What I've worked with, the stuff I've experienced with it mostly, and stuff like that. I was debating between two videos for the past week or so. Either one on stones or one on my experience with the ancestors, which I haven't had a lot of. So I decided to do stones because I have a little more with that, kind of. So this is my collection of stones we're gonna talk about today. As you can see that, I can't get this right. Yeah, so there you are. It's kind of crooked. I can't get this straight. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so most of these stones I got from around the house. A few I actually brought in New York City. Which ones did I buy? I brought the Chalcopyrite, the Onyx, and the Moonstone here. The rest of them I got like around the house. And I don't remember I got him. Anyway, so what I did a while ago actually was, I took my Book of Shadows and I wrote a list and I wrote three columns for each stone. I would take each stone and I held it in my palm, put it on my forehead, on my third eye, and then I put it down here on my solar plexus. I did that with each stone you see here in the pile. And I'm just going to do a little description on what each stone did for me. Now you can do this however you want. However, I decided to do it this way to see how it made me feel and which part of my body made each stone feel differently for me. So, here we go. So, let's start with the rose quartz. This pretty pink thing. So, when I put it in my palm, I said, so there was a slight tingling in my fingers. With a lot of the stones, there's like a tingling sensation of some kind, but it's usually at a different magnitude or in a different place. For the rose quartz, I had a slight tingling in my fingers, just my fingers, apparently. A sense with being one with the starry night sky. I just had a bigger sense of the big picture of the world when I was holding that stone. I can't tell you why. And it was nighttime. And I was working with this by a window, so I'm not sure why I felt the connection. So I guess if I want to work with the stars, I'm going to take this stone with me. So I kind of saw some visions too of, I said, multicolored flowers, white and other sparkly, what did I just say? And sparkly things, sparkly breezes. The warmth of a crowd of people with very high energy. So this was a very magical stone. And I felt all kinds of energy at once in it. And it was kind of amazing. So yeah. So this was in my palm. When I put it to my head, I said I felt an extreme stillness and calm. Kind of like the kind of stillness that you feel before like a thunderstorm, that like absolute dead stillness. That was happening inside of me. It was kind of creepy, but it was kind of cool. And then I put it on my solar plexus. And I said I felt a deep feeling of love and bonding. I was able to feel my pulse. Again, something that happens a lot when I feel a stone. Hold a stone somewhere. And, for some reason I got teary-eyed. I have no idea why. So, yeah. This is the rose quartz for you. Kind of looks white in the camera, but it's kind of light pink. So, yeah. So, next, and this is my little notes, by the way. Yeah. This is not, like, the most neatly written thing, but whatever. Okay, so I'm not even sure which stone this is. I think it's a bloodstone. It's kind of aqua and reddish. This wasn't the most comfortable stone, and I will explain in 2 seconds. So when I held it in my palm, I felt a slight sense of like a shock somewhere in my body. I don't even know where. Like a tiny fire, like tiny fireworks going off and blinding white light. I also said I felt an extreme heightened sense of awareness to image and sound. And I also felt, this was weird, I also felt a pain in my head, and then, which went away when I put it down. And I was holding it in my palm when I got this weird, like, head thing. And these pains. So I was like, this is interesting. I put this to my forehead. I said, even more shock and more fireworks. Or more like lightning bolts. More lightning bolts in this case. My eyelids were trembling, kind of like I was on a stimulant or something. It was weird. And it was like it was kind of painful and uncomfortable. And then I put it to my solar plexus. And I said, there's not so much effect here. However, more awareness of the stomach muscles, and again, a pain where the stone was. Which was, this time, the pain was in the chest. Last time, well, I didn't really mean that actually, because last time I was holding it in my hand, and I felt a pain in my head. And I didn't really feel that pain when I put it to my head. I just felt like other weird stuff. This is the most awakening but uncomfortable stone. I'm not sure what to use it for. Yeah. So I'm on stone number 2. I'm thinking I'm gonna split these stones in half since there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna put them like 2 videos. So give me a sec. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Well, 12 actually. So I'll do 4 more now. So, the next one is the Moonstone. Yay! I love this stone. It's so pearly and pretty. It's really tiny, and I bought it in New York City for like $4 or something. So I put this in my palm, and I said there was a calming coolness like flowing water, like a stream. It felt really nice. Like I was dipping into the ocean, or there was a sense of extreme cleansing with this stone. Then there's like a sense of like a spiritual force around me. And it was pulling at me, and I felt like I was being lifted from my body almost, or like off, my seat when I was doing it. So yeah, when I put it to my forehead, right here, I said there was a sense of comfort and peace and a soft like cushiness, like when you hold like a little cat or something. At least for me, it's like when you hold a cat, you feel like comfy furriness. That sounds so odd, but yeah, basically. Solar plexus. There was a heightened sense of awareness, again, kind of like the other stones. A feeling of opening, a bit different than the other 2 areas. So the other 2 areas were like about comfort and cushiness and coziness, and this one was like about being aware and sharp, and was interesting. The difference was very, very interesting. There was the same stone, but when you put it in somewhere else, it was totally different. It was like the opposite. So yeah. So that's 3, and I have 3 more stones to go for this video. So, rhodonite. Oh, this is a cool stone. This is a stone a lot of people say is good for like otherworld work, to connect with spirits. It actually has worked for me in that sense. So yeah, but it's all like pink and black, like a ballerina. Yeah, so this is rhodonite. I put it in my palm, in my hand, and I felt a strong pulse in the ground as I was holding it. A sense of spinning, and I wanted to start dancing, and I felt kind of like joyful, and like things were moving around me. When I put it to my forehead, it was a little different. I said it was a lot like the Bloodstone. There was that lightning bolt firework feeling in my head, but it was like a good feeling. It was like, yay, fireworks. And there was a sense of excitement and thrill in the air. It was like a positive version of the Bloodstone. And then I put it to my solar plexus, and I said I felt strong, focused, in control, and powerful. So I guess when I want to use magic to enhance my magical power, this would be a good stone. Okay, 2 more stones for this video. Let's see. Amethyst. Ooh, I love the amethyst. It's so pretty, and it just brings so much to me. It brings so much emotional balance, and every time I hold it, I feel like much peaceful. I feel a great sense of peace, especially when I'm like angry or upset, and I hold this, I'm like, whew. So, where am I? Yeah. So I hold it in my palm, and I feel restful and pleasant, and a water/air mix. It's a very elemental stone. And a sensation of a summer breeze on the evening waves, which is like one of my favorite natural feelings in the whole world. It's very emotionally connecting. And I say it was a possibility it could be used for invoking spirits and an ancestor stone, because it felt that way. I held it to my head. I said it was peaceful and soothing, like a crackling fire on a very cold winter day. And just that alone, just being in front of it and contemplating in front of the fire. I kept getting on these, some stones I got visions and others I just got feelings. And this one I got both, so it was interesting. So third thing, solar plexus. I hold it there, and I said I felt warmth and emotions, an emotional warmth. And almost like someone lovingly holding you, like a mom or your boyfriend or something like that. And one more stone. Red agate, or agate. I think it's agate. I never know how to pronounce things properly. I'm terrible at it. So this is my stone. It's a little roughed up. I have to polish it and stuff, but it's been through some things. I also call this specific stone the piano stone, because it's shaped like a grand piano. Anyway. So I would hold this in my palm. And I said, I can't read my own handwriting. Slight, I guess, tremble throughout the hand. Very small sharpening and awareness, but not like extreme. It's just slight, like in my close surroundings. I said it was a bit of a mental motor. It's got all my thoughts thinking, like randomly, like I'm supposed to be doing this, that, and the other thing, blah blah blah. It definitely gets the thoughts moving. Here, I said it reaches in and sort of starts sorting everything into piles. Like I took everything and just started organizing it, and my inner self just started being like a little organizing soldier for no reason. I hold it to my solar plexus, and I said, first, I felt an acute awareness to everything via my physical self. Then suddenly, a slow... Sorry, that was like this little cat statue that I have on the dresser just kind of fell by itself. I'll go get it in a minute. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, I hold it to my solar plexus. First, an acute awareness to everything via my physical being, and suddenly a slew of memories came in. I don't know where they came from. I wasn't, like with the other stones, I wasn't feeling anything via memories, but all these like good memories when I was a kid started coming in. It was a very nostalgic stone, so that's the red agate for you. Okay, well, that's all the stones I'm going to do now, so I did these guys. I did the rose quartz, the moonstone, rhodonite, amethyst, bloodstone, and red agate. And next, I'm going to do, in the next video, onyx, chalcopyrite, jade, malachite, sodalite, and clear quartz. Okay, merry part. See ya.